Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody tonight? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful week. It's been kind of, well, you can definitely tell here in southern Nevada. I almost said southern Los Angeles, but southern Nevada, that the seasons are definitely changing because it's been getting a lot cooler lately. In fact, I was just talking to a coworker, and we were both like, "Yeah, it's been getting a little chilly at night." So at least we're not seeing the 100-degree temperatures anymore. Alrighty, let's see where everybody or who is here. So we got Kim Burris here. Hello, Kim. We got Miss Katie, the Greenland Quilter. How you doing, girl? Glad that you are up this morning. Or tomorrow morning, maybe I should say. Suzanne Taylor is here. Hello, Suzanne. The Irish Sail Lady is here. She's saying good evening. Hello, hello. Linda Faust is here. Hello, Linda. And we got June Hansen. Hello, June. Glad you made it here tonight. Let's see. Did Soya get their fabric line pulled from Northcott? I do not know anything about that. Sorry. Yeah, actually, I don't really keep up much with them. It's not that I don't like them. I do like them. I mean, and I do shop at their store every so often. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe a quarter or so. Even moving here, I don't go to their store very often, but it's always a pleasant experience when I do go there. So, I got no complaints about them. I did hear someone tell me that they did have a fire. There's been a lot of arson activity lately because even my former employer was just talking to someone there. They have a property here in Las Vegas, and they said that somewhere nearby there was another fire incident. Won't say if it is the same guy, I don't know, but it's been happening a lot lately here, so yeah. Hello, Miss Suzanne. And Donna Hoskins, hey, hey, hey. And Kim is reminding everyone to thumbs up. Thank you, Kim. MacBev330. Hello, hello. I don't believe I've ever seen that name before, so welcome to the channel. Get ready for the craziness. And Kim Burris is asking, how's everyone doing tonight? It's been a hot day here. Supposed to be hot till Saturday. Then hopefully rain and cooler. Well, I hope so for you, Kim. Hello, Miss Denise Spigner. And Jackie is here. She's from Phoenix, Arizona. Hello, Jackie. And it's 86 there. Wow. Okay, so yeah, fall is definitely here. Or it's coming. Suzanne Taylor says, hot and humid here, Kim. How are you doing? Okay, well, I wonder what Eric is working on tonight. I wonder too, Kim. Hello, Miss Barbara. That's Barb McKinley. She's saying, hi, THC family. Hello, Barbara. Harvest Moon tonight. Don't miss it. That's from Denise Spigner. Does that mean it's a full moon? Hello, Miss Joyce. She's saying hello to everyone. Leaves are changing here too, Kim. Oh, okay. Hello, Miss Mona. How are you? Melody Kiefer, she's saying hello. Got Terry Cooper here. Hello, Terry. Okay, if I missed anyone, I am terribly sorry. And Damali J is checking in. It's 10 p.m. her time in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Wow. Well, thank you for staying up so late. And she's making a three-yard lap quilt tonight. I'll be listening in. Okay, Damali. Well, hopefully we can keep you company. Linda Fugate. Their fire was outside, unfortunately. Yes, fortunately. Yes, it was arson and the suspect was caught. Okay, so yeah, there's been a lot of fires, or there's been some fires around that area. Again, my former employer has an office not too far away. And there was another fire. Somebody lit a fire somewhere. Don't ask me why. Hello, Miss Remo J. Okay, and Katie Kraft says, we'll be in the 80s all week. Love the cooler temperature. Oh, yeah. I could definitely relate to that. Although 80 is not that cool, comparatively speaking. All right, so what am I doing tonight? So this is the block for tonight. Again, this is from the Farmer's Wife quilt that I've been doing for the past couple of months now. And we've reached the halfway point of 20. I'm only going to do, there's over 100 blocks in this whole quilt top. I'm only going to do the throw size, which is I think about 52. So Prairie Queen, block number 70. Fairly straightforward, I should say, but as soon as I say that, you know something's going to go wrong. So Prairie Queen. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water because I am parched. Okay. Sorry about that. So I went ahead and pre-cut some of my pieces. Just so that we can just start sewing. Whoops, now this camera went out. Sorry. It's going to do that from time to time because the cameras tend to overheat. All right, so I'm just going to sew these strips and we're going to subcut them to make our 4-patch unit here. All right. So what project is everybody working on tonight? I know Damali said she's doing her 3-yard quilt. What's everybody else working on? I think I'm just going to do 2 of them, just in case. Hi, Sandy. Glad you made it here tonight. Damali J says, yes, the moon is beautiful. It's cooler now and a little light rain, but we need more. Okay. Katie's asking, can I see the front of your book? Sure. I got mine from Amazon. It does not come with this spiral binding. You do have to do that for yourself, and which I took it to an office store. You can take it to a printer or paper printer. They will do that service for you. I'm not sure if there is somebody in Greenland or nearby you that can do that, but I definitely do suggest that you do get a spiral binding like this so that you can lie it flat. Okay, but again, Farmer's Wife Sampler Quilt, Laurie Aaron Hurd. that's the author. Let me bring it closer. So that's the cover. And then there's the author of this particular version. There are multiple versions of it. This is the 1920s version. I believe there's a 1930s version too. Okay. It is not a pattern book, I'll tell you that. That's the common misconception that a lot of people have been emailing me about, because they want to do this quilt, and some people have purchased this book thinking that it's a pattern booklet, and it's really not. The book is designed so that you have to download all of these templates. And the book lists a website where you can download it. There's also a CD that comes with it. I don't know where my CD is, or I can't even remember if I even had the CD, but basically you have to print out all of the templates, and there's over 113 of them. And each block will tell you what template number to use. You have to cut the individual pieces. Now, I'm not going to do that because I am just not about to download and cut 113, I think it's 113 different template pieces, because any experienced quilter, just by looking at this picture, you can kind of tell how the block or what pieces you need to make. Like this one is fairly straightforward. It's just a number of 4 patches. 4 half square triangles, and it's laid out in a 9 patch formation, and finished size of the block is 6 inches, so you can kind of do the calculation on that. Okay, but yeah, there's been a lot of people that have been asking about the book, and one person in particular bought the book, and then she was kind of surprised because she is a new quilter, or I'm assuming she was a new quilter, and she said that where are the instructions that I'm following? And again, I just kind of had to explain to her that there are no instructions for this. You just kind of have to know how to do some basic block construction, or kind of be inexperienced, kind of know how to construct quilt blocks in general and do the math. Or you could just print out each of those each of the templates. But she was under the assumption that the book was a pattern booklet, and I just got to remind people that it's not a pattern booklet. You can construct the block by looking at the picture or download the templates. But even when you download the templates, on some of these blocks, you do have to know the sequence in which, what pieces do you put together with what. So I do not recommend that you buy this particular booklet if you are a beginning quilter, or like if you're just starting out your quilting journey. Yeah, this is probably not the book that you want to purchase. The main reason why I purchased the book is because they have excerpts of the actual letters that people sent in. And that's what I was more or less interested in. The fact that you can make a quilt out of it is kind of icing on the cake for me. Now, I decided to try and put blocks together for this quilt because, well, after reading some of the responses on this, it's kind of interesting what people have said. Now, if you're not familiar with the story of the farmer's wife quilt, here it is in a nutshell. In the early 1920s, I think 1920s, 1930s, there used to be a magazine called The Farmer's Wife. And the magazine sponsored a competition in which they would ask their subscribers to the magazine. They asked this one question, If your daughter was of marrying age, would you prefer to have them marry someone that's a city person, meaning they're going to leave the farm and they're going to move to the city? Or would you rather have them marry someone that's going to actually stay on the farm? And so people wrote in various answers from across the country, and some of those letters, the excerpts of those letters are actually in here. And it's a relevant question even today, because you do have a whole bunch of people moving to cities like Los Angeles, New York, Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas. There's been a mass exodus of people since COVID, at least from what I've been watching on the news. And, there's people being kind of migrating to those places because there's more opportunity, better paying jobs, and less people are, I guess, yearning for the, I don't want to say country, but the farm lifestyle maybe. And I know some of you do live on a farm, and I mean no disrespect by saying it like that, but it's kind of interesting because people in larger cities, they're moving out like me. And they're trying to experience the more, I don't want to say suburbial, but smaller community kind of feeling, like myself. And people who grew up in the smaller communities, they're the ones that are going to the big cities. So it's kind of interesting how the dynamic is playing out right now. So anyway, that's me rambling. Ooh, a lot of chat tonight. I guess everybody's up. Let's see, let me backtrack. Hello, Miss Candace. Irish Sail Lady says, just finished a lunch tote for my dog, Jake, because he goes to doggy daycare tomorrow. Oh, how cute. Let's see. Dora Lynn, hello. She says she's working on cleaning her sewing area so she can work on her next project, but do not know what it's going to be. And hello, Lori. We see you here. Glad you made it. Kat F is here. She says, sorry I'm late. You're not late. You're on Hawaiian time, which means you're early for next week. She was eating a snack. Well, and you didn't bring some for us? No, I'm just kidding. Kimber says, I will have 4 grandkids Friday, so my machine is put away. It's just too much temptation for the youngest one. He's far too busy sometimes. Well, Kim, teach him how to sew. Then you have a soulmate. Hey, soulmate. I bought the book several years ago and didn't know that. That's Joyce. And Lori Clark says, son just left for the U.S. to deliver a few handmade guitars. Wow. I had a friend of mine who he was working with his son to actually do their own electric guitar. And let me tell you, it came out nice. And although it took him a pretty long time to do, he's glad that he was able to do that project with his son, because this is back a couple of years when the son was still in high school. Now that the son is an adult, He is in the U.S. Navy. And, you know, they don't get to see each other as often, but they will always have that guitar. Am I measuring that right? Yeah. No. What's the old saying? Measure once. No, measure twice, cut once. Duh. I think it would be easier if I just used the square ruler. Okay. This one's a little off, but we can fix that. So I got 1, 2, 3, and I'll get the fourth one off of there. Now, I wanted to try this experiment. So bear with me here. Well, that'll yield me. No, I can't do it that way. Okay. So I will have to cut it again. Oh, I should have just cut the whole thing. Crumb pieces. Or actually, I could cut these down to 1.5. I've been saving some, call me crazy, but I've been saving some 1.5-inch squares just so I can sew the teeniest, tiniest of 4 patches. Okay, that I can't get a 1.5. Nope. So that will go in the crumbs. But I believe I might be able to squeeze one out from here, or 2 more. Okay. And that'll go in my 1.5-inch square pile. Oh, I need one more square. And I'll cut these later. Okay, so we're gonna make just 2 at a time half square triangles here. Hey, Judy. Judy Hebert is here saying hello. Hello, Judy. And then, okay. Oh, it skipped. And we also got Sharon Lewis checking in. Hey, Sharon. Colleen is saying hello. Hello, Colleen. And Kimber says, I'm already teaching the 9-year-old boy to sew. He loves it, but the 2-year-old, nope. Good call. Good call with that one, Kim. Okay. Okay, I'll check it out, Donna. I did actually see your email. I just haven't had time to actually look at the video. Oh, did I break thread? Yep. I heard that one too. Urgh. Whoops. Did not line that one up correctly. No, I need it to be... One, two, three, and we're gonna get... You know, I might as well cut this. No, you know what? I'll put this in my crumb bin. Measure twice, cut once. Cuss 3 times and start over. Oh, haven't we all done that? And I will spin that seam. Ooh, that one came apart real nicely. Okay, so there's one of my last 4 patch. Let me cut my half square triangle here. Okay, I'm always afraid, or actually I have this phobia that one of these days I'm actually going to make the same block twice. In fact, did I do this block? No, I don't see it up there. I do have an Excel spreadsheet list where I am keeping track of them, so you know what? Let me square it up first. Okay, so while I'm doing this, this is actually the perfect segue for this. Hello, Miss Vera. Oh. Okay. So I thought of this question, especially after the last couple of blocks, because of the fact that I was doing blocks that were very half square triangle heavy. And I thought there are certain individuals, especially when making units like a half square triangle, where, okay, in case you didn't know, when you create a half square triangle, you're supposed to actually cut your square, whatever the finished size is, plus 7/8. Now, I don't know about you, but that 7/8 or that 7/8 measurement always gets me. So I always round it up to the next inch. So for example, if you need a 2-inch half square triangle finish size, you're supposed to cut your square 2 7/8, but again, that's 7/8 of an inch marking. I mean, it's such an unusual mark that I say forget it, and I just cut a square that's 3 inches. But a lot of people don't, or a lot of quilters I know, they do not trim down those half square triangles because they don't like to do that. Now, I'm in the train of thought where, my 1/4 inch seam allowance is not really a 1/4 inch. It's somewhere generally in the ballpark. So I don't mind making an oversized unit, like for example a half square triangle, cutting it a little bit larger and then squaring it down. Of course, I'll be complaining most of the time because it's an extra step that you got to do. But and I know there's a lot of people out there even including some creators out there on the YouTube world who say that, well, they cut it. If they're making a half square triangle, they will cut it X amount plus the 7/8 of an inch. And they say it's a waste of time to trim down or to square up a block or whatever they're sewing. But then I kind of thought, you know what? I don't mind doing it if it's going to get me a better result. So I'm just kind of curious, or I figure, let's throw that question out there. So what do all of you guys think? Do you guys mind making it oversized and then squaring it up later to get a better result? Or are you one of those people who, nope, I got to get it right the first time, or don't like trimming? And I see people are jumping on that question, so let me finish this real quick and I will read the comments. Like, even when I square up these half square triangles, this is not a very common method in which people will do this, but it works. Well, at least it works for me. And I'm just going to trim it like that. Okay, I can put that away for now. Let's see. Okay, so Kim Burr says, I tend to cut both ways depending on the block. And Kat F says, I'm definitely in the camp of oversize and trim. Suzanne Taylor says, I just follow the pattern. Mona says, yes, she will round up too. Hello, Miss Sheila. Glad you made it here tonight. Denise Spigner says, I follow the pattern directions. What do I know? You know a lot more than you think, Denise. I have confidence in you. Joyce says, I would rather be over than short. That's true. At least if you're over, you can kind of modify it or you can cut it down. But if you're short and you're too short to make any adjustments on your seam allowance, then, well, you got to cut it all over again. Vera Week says, I round up, so I trim up. Okay. Donna Hoskins says she's done both. Jackie says, my blocks are more accurate when I round up and trim. Yeah, I do find that for myself too, Jackie. That if I do round it up, I mean, although it takes more time for me to do that, I just find that I get a better result. And I'm much happier. But I will say, though, that when you do have, for example, 200 or what was it, 51 of those pieces just for a small little 6-inch block that you have to square up. Yeah, not very fun to do. I will admit that. But the result, I mean, it's much, much better than me just doing it being me. I don't think the direction of these 4 patches really matter. As long as your placement of where it is. Okay. See, got all my pieces made and we're ready to sew the rows together. All right. Whoops. Jeannie Whalen says, I always round up, then square up when finished. Okay. Donna Hoffler says, I follow the pattern, but oversize when I feel the need to, like complex blocks. Lori Clark says, I square up to fix my errors. Smallest block wins. Okay. Sharon Lewis says, I'd rather make the block larger and trim. Okay. Jen Carbardi. She says she's an oversizer. Okay, Jen. Damali J says, I cut the full inch, then trim later. This is my happy place, so I'm kind to myself, so I continue to enjoy this hobby. Aww. That's the spirit, Damali. Hello, Miss Campbell's Creations. How are you? And Jackie says, less time than starting over. That's true. That's true. I mean, if you were to sew it really badly where you do have to cut everything all over again, yeah, that would take way more time. Okay. Hang on. No. I heard that one too. Bobbin thread broke again. Okay, let me take it out for a second. See what's going on with it. I see what's going on. There's a big... Oh, Okay, time to clean the machine. Yeah, big piece of lint. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, then and I will press that one out. Let's get this one. And this one gets pressed inward. And this one is out. And I can sew that. Then this one is pressed outward. Then last row. This one gets pressed inward. Okay. Then let me take this one off. And we press out. Okay, Lori Clark says, lunar eclipse tonight, just starting up here in Canada. And Barb McKinley says, love the colors. I think this is the only block that is all purple. There's a few blocks that are all green, all blue, but no all purples. So, okay. And Jackie says, my granddaughters are counting down the days to fall break. 3 more. Hey, that's something to be excited about. In fact, I'm not sure if they started fall break yet here. Okay, then last one is here. I should have pinned this one. Okay. And let me sew 2 crumb pieces together, like these two. Not bad. Although I totally messed up right there. But nah, you guys know me. I'm not going to hide that. Ah, this one's turned around. Oh well. You know, I really don't think it matters. Especially because I'm using all of the same colors, but like the direction of the 4 patches don't, I don't know if it just really doesn't, to me it doesn't make a difference. Although in the book here, because the colors are very high contrast, you will notice if one is in the opposite direction. But I don't know. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, so I'm going to leave it. Now, what does make a difference is the fact that the half square triangles should be pointing in which the darker or the red is all pointing in one direction, so I'm leaving it. Okay. A galloping horse can't see it. Okay, that's true, Donna. Can you see it? Can you see it? Well, can't see it if I don't have it open. Can you see it? Can you see it? No, I don't want to make you guys dizzy. Okay, let's press. Okay. These seams took some minor encouragement, or had to encourage them to lay flat, but didn't do a good job. So okay, it's about as flat as it'll get. Call it a variation. There you go, Barbara. It's my variation. Fat fingers can't type. Well, no problem, Donna. Thank you, Sandy. Says, love the purple. Great choice. You know, I wouldn't mind doing a whole quilt of just this block where it's all similar colors of, and when I say similar colors, like in this case, a dark purple, light purple, maybe do a blue and a light blue, a red and maybe a pink, and just make it like a rainbow color. Who knows? But very, very much so reminiscent of a turn dash. You're just replacing those bar blocks in between the half square triangles with a 4-patch here. So yeah, something easy, something quick. Although it still took me almost close to an hour. Well, maybe not so, because we were reading comments at first. All right, guys. Thank you, Remo. She's reminding everybody to thumbs up. Suzanne says, oh, that would be really pretty. Yeah, wouldn't it? If you do like, or not, maybe not this particular block specifically, or you could, but just have blocks where it's kind of similar colors, and then you just make a rainbow of them with the reds, the yellows, and the oranges. Maybe a blue and a light blue, purple and a lavender. I don't know, something to think about. Denise Spigner says, I was thinking the same thing. Bigger block though. Yeah, definitely bigger block would help. Okay. So here is the block. This is block number 70, the Prairie Queen. I should call it the Eric Queen. Yeah, I need to kind of press these seams a little better, because that is going to irritate me. But here we go. And again, you really can't tell that this one on the top, I mean, unless I'm really searching for it, it's not in the right direction. But it's my design choice. So, all right, guys. Now there were oh, I don't think I know which ones they are. Never mind. Okay, so let me just catch up if I missed any comments. Oh, thank you, Donna. That's Donna Huffler saying nice block. Thank you. Okay, press it into submission. Yes, Jim. I need to do that. One thing about these small 6-inch finished blocks is there's a lot of seams in every single one of them. So you do have to be aware of how the seams are gonna, or how you press the seams. Now the book is of no help because again, it doesn't have a written set of instructions. So you just gotta know just by general knowledge what the best way to do it is. Now, speaking of squaring up, just the slightest little sliver, and one more here. And I should have known because this particular fabric is known to shrink or rebound, as some people would call it. All right. The white spot looks like a person. Is there a white spot? Are you talking about the silver? Not sure what Jim is referring to. Oh, that kind of does look like a person. Huh. Okay, guys. So that is the block for tonight. Thank you for joining me here. We're halfway there, and I've been making some blocks off the live or on my own just to get the process sped up, because we're only halfway there, and 3/4 of the year is now gone. But next week, I think, well, not sure which block I'll be doing next week, but we'll be doing another block. So, announcements. I will not be on live this Saturday, so guys, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the other creators that I know. A ton of them do their lives during the weekends, so go out and support them as well. And you might see me on one of their chats. Or not. But yeah. Okay. Any other announcements I need? Oh, let's see. The next Zoom call for the QCR Mini is going to be in October. So if you want in on that, send me an email. I can send you the information. We are sewing at our own pace, curved blocks. Well, at least we're intending on doing so, but some of us end up just coming on and chatting and working on other projects, which is fine. Okay. But yeah, that'll be on October 14th, I believe. So you still got time. That is a Saturday. We usually start from 12 noon Pacific time and go to officially at 4, but if we want to stay on longer, we all can. Okay, and then don't forget to check out Becca's channel. She has the 2024 traveling quilt, in which Miss Stephanie Harris was the last installment. Thoroughly enjoyed what she created. So yeah, and then the next one for October is Russ. I think he's Quilt Meets World, if I'm not mistaken. Then it's my turn for November, and yeah, I think I got something brewing for that, so you'll have to stay tuned to see what I'm gonna do for my section of it. So okay, guys, that is it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all next Tuesday, same time. Yeah, so let's all get out there and let's all create something. Mwah. Bye for now.